Fannie Mae ANSI update number 139, page 54. Hazards on the value and marketability of the subject property. See B4-1 period 4-08. Environmental hazards appraisal requirements. Off-site improvements. Off-site improvements include but are not limited to streets, alleys, sidewalks, curbs, and gutters, and streetlights. The subject property should front on all publicly dedicated and maintained street that meets community standards and is generally accepted by area residents. If a property fronts on a street that is not typical of those found in the community, the appraiser must address the effect of that location on the value and marketability of the subject property. The presence of sidewalks, curbs and gutters, streetlights, and alleys depends on local custom. If they are typical in the community, they should be present on the subject site. The appraiser must comment on any adverse conditions and address their effect on the value and marketability of the subject property. Community-owned or privately maintained streets. If the property is located on a community-owned or privately owned and maintained street, an adequate legally enforceable agreement or covenant for maintenance of the street is required. The agreement or covenant should include the following provisions and be recorded in the land records of the appropriate jurisdiction. Responsibility for payment of repairs, including each party's representative share. Default remedies in the event a party to the agreement or covenant fails to comply with his or her obligations, and the effective term of the agreement or covenant, which in most cases should be perpetual and binding on any future owners. Note: if the property is located within a state that has statutory provisions that define the responsibilities of property owners for the maintenance and repairs of a private street, no separate agreement or covenant is required. If the property is not located in a state that imposes statutory requirements for maintenance, and either there is no agreement or covenant for maintenance of the street, or an agreement or covenant exists but does not meet the requirements listed above, the lender may still deliver the loan. However, should Fannie Mae experience any losses or expenses as a result of the